We'll see if this... So I put those new Slinkies on here.
Yeah.
Because I had dreamt about it. Actually, I probably talked about this last time. I had a dream that all my guitars had Slinkies on them. It was more of a nightmare. But then I went and bought these, and they feel so good.
Ernie balls, huh?
Cobalts is what they're called.
Oh.
And they're supposed to be like...
You traitor.
Hey, we got Tim Allen on the podcast tonight. They're supposed to be like...
Hold on, time out.
Clear tones.
I'll get back to you. I'm going to make a new style of metalcore that is Tim Allen core. And it would just be really heavy riffs and then someone going...
That's a genius idea.
That's pretty good, right?
I like that idea.
That would at least get me some upvotes on Reddit. I'm not mad about that.
How you feel about that? Do we need to change anything on the amp?
No, never.
Cool. Feels good.
And we're back.
Welcome to Rotator
Party.
Podcast. The pedal party.
Dang it.
Podcast.
2,
3,
4.
Welcome.
I declare thumb war.
This is the Pedal Party Podcast, Rotator. I'm Kogan.
I'm Chance.
We have quite a treat, don't we, Chance?
We see the sweetest thing about this treat is that it's a double dip.
This is the biggest pedal we've ever had with us on the podcast.
Yeah, I would say we have the biggest pedal and also the widest. The breadthest.
It is as deep as it is wide.
Yeah, it's a. We got options, is what I'm saying.
And it's none other than
the original,
the legendary
Fuzz Face.
Ooh.
This is a Jim Dunlop Fuzz Face, which, according to about 35 seconds of research, seems to be sometime after 1993.
But it's massive, though.
Right. It's a gigantic, and I know from... We haven't cracked this open, but I know from other pictures that if you tear this thing open, it has like a 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch circuit inside of it.
Oh, yeah. It is bigger. We have it sitting on a pedal train nano board right now, and it's hanging off of both sides.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive size-wise. Anyway, before we demo that pedal, and then give you a little surprise at the end, Kogan, why don't you tell me about this new amp we have?
So we have with us today a 98 custom Vibrolux Reverb from none other than Fender. And we just picked this up. It's a great sounding amp, 210, 40 watts. It's got reverb. It's in the name. Mm-hmm. It's got trim on it. And it's got a bright channel and a normal channel. We're running into the bright channel right now. I'm trying to... What did we set this at? I think treble and bass are at 7. Volume's probably kicking around 4 or so, I believe. Mm-hmm. And it's got a set of pile drivers.
It's a pretty special amp.
MH1040s.
And
it sounds good.
It sounds great. So when we record this, our ears mix that we have, it's just basically the amp mic'd with a 57 with no doctoring or EQ or anything like that. And so far, it is absolutely the best, just like straight amp tone we've had yet. I'll just right quick. I have a 2009 Les Paul Traditional, and it sounds like this. Might not be perfectly in tune.
I like it though. It's almost like a natural chorus.
I need to tune. And then let's hear that Telecaster.
Yeah, I'm playing a 94. What did I say? 92. Excuse me.
92.
It's a 92 American Standard Telecaster. Oh, we do got a little reverb on.
We do. Yep. Wow.
That sounds really good. I bet it sounds good on the neck too.
Sing to me, Kogan. Sing to me.
It's very even sounding. I mean, this is not an amp review, so let's get to the fuzz face, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get ahead of the haters and retune.
Yeah, so while he's tuning, today's episode is brought to you by the 3 people who have reviewed us on iTunes. I wish I had it pulled
There's
up.
a third?
Or maybe 2. Is there 3?
We'll find out.
One is Jared.
Jared.
If you're listening, thanks, Jared.
We talk about Jared on almost every episode because Jared is our number one fan.
Basically our producer / number 1 fan.
At this point.
And I think as we get into the fuzz face, if you haven't reviewed us on iTunes, you might as well. And now the fuzz face.
Yep, here we go. Les Paul.
So it looks like everything's at noon.
Everything is at noon.
Or till, I mean, as noon
as
as it
noon
looks.
as it, yeah,
It
the
looks
knobs
noon.
are not like
They're not level.
so. Well, that's quiet.
That is very quiet. That's what I'm talking about.
Fuzzy.
It's very fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the Kool-Aid Man.
In that it's big, red, and busts through the wall.
Mm-hmm. It is very busting through the wall. I like. It's very trebly. It seems like right here. I wonder if the fuzz also affects the volume. So we've got 2 knobs, fuzz and volume. So now we've got volume cranked, basically. I mean, pretty close to
Almost,
cranked.
yeah.
And then fuzz at about 3 o'clock. There's a surprising amount of definition in the chord. Also, there's no light, so
yeah, we're
gonna.
That's the thing about the pedal is like you know when it's on.
Yeah. So here's the Telecaster clean tone. What about So that's the bridge.
Yeah.
That's what the neck sounds like. Now, we didn't mention this thing only runs off a 9-volt, no
Correct.
power supply. So I wonder, did you put a 9 in it, or did it already have one in it?
I did not.
How fresh it sounds?
Yeah, so the individual from whom we procured got the pedal from said that the battery was fresh enough. I think we might take a little
It might be worth
record break and
doing a
then
little
get a
editing.
fresh one. Yeah, so we're just going to just do a little pause right here and pause recording. We're back.
And
so what I did was I have a wall power supply that has a 9 volts adapter to it, like a 9 volt battery adapter. So we just plug that in, and so basically this pedal is going to have straight 9 volts of power until we unplug it.
unwavering.
And guess what? It did get louder.
It did get louder.
It did indeed. So let's go back to that Tele Clean. Yeah.
So there's your Tele Clean.
Which, gosh, once more.
Woo. Maybe it's the reverb.
Yeah, there's some magic there. And then we turned the volume down. The fuzz is at noon-ish, and the volume is it's so hard to say, 2 o'clock?
Yeah. So I already feel like there's way more low end happening in this pedal with the new and the treble has smoothed out quite a bit, it seems like.
Is that Bach?
Yeah, that's the
Johann Sebastian
13th
White
Symphony, I think. Yeah.
You know, so I just changed to the Les Paul because I got selfish and wanted to play that part of the riff. And
it sounds so different.
Right. So these fuzz pedals and a lot of fuzz pedals, they're kind of known for just how finicky they are. You know, if you run a buffered bypass in front of them, different pickup outputs, you really got to hone it in. Like, so the Tele had so much more kind of definition to it. So here's just a big fat E chord on the Les Paul bridge position. You can hardly hear the treble strings whatsoever.
Yeah. Same thing on the Tele.
Still not a ton of the high strings, but it's definitely a broader sound.
That makes it What's that?
This definitely is the classic tone.
It really is
of the fuzz. Just let me. You know what I'm really missing on this is a tone knob. Mm-hmm. That's like the first time I think I've said that in the whole podcast. Probably so. Is actually wanting a tone control.
I wonder if we crank the fuzz, if more treble comes out, or
that's often true.
That happens a lot.
True. Just give me some more of that fuzz.
How about all the fuzz?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Doomy sludgy.
That yeah.
And also not a ton of difference with fuzz all the way up, not a ton of difference in the bridge. and the neck. I mean, there is difference, but it's not as pronounced as most drive pedals get. Certainly.
Well, shall we just crank it all the way up, volume and fuzz?
Let's turn it all the way up, and I'll give it back to the Tele for starters. There's that single coil noise.
So,
that patented Fender single coil noise.
Here's a clean tone. Whoa.
My turn. I can't believe how musical it is, full blast.
This is how it's meant to be used.
Golly. Oh, yeah.
Both knobs all the way up. That sounds bad to the bone.
Do you know what I would actually like is a significantly smaller box on my board
Yes.
without any knobs. That would
just set
be
to 10 the whole time.
That would just be preset to full blast.
That would be awesome.
Of the fuzz face. That would be a fun box, man.
And I want to pay $50 for it.
$50, including shipping.
Oh,
yeah. Duh.
You know what I would love with this is an octave.
The pizza. Oh,
some za, yeah.
Some Domino's.
Always. Ooh, today's episode of Rotators brought to you by Domino's.
Domino's. We decided to not give up.
I would like to say, Domino's, if you're listening, the quality of your crust has shot through the roof. It is
septupled?
Unbelievable.
Dodecatupled?
Oh, dodecatupled.
I don't even know. I was an English major in college.
I don't know what the highest number is anymore.
And so I don't know. Yeah, I forgot half the numbers.
I guess that's the thing about numbers. There's never a highest, is there? It just keeps going forever. Let's I want to hit that. So we have a Walrus Audio Luminary hooked up to the fuzz face, and I'm excited to see what it hears. See what it hears like. I'm excited to see what it hears like.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's another. You have all these quotes that are going to end up on T-shirts for our merch. I have nothing. I
feel like, the main quote that is going to have to end up on the T-shirt is, what did you say? Every pedal should sound good at noon.
Every pedal should sound good at noon. Yours is
noon or bust.
No. So yours is 1, let's dime it.
Oh, let's dime it.
2, we're getting into some fuzz territory.
Oh. And then the new one is, let's see what it hears like.
Let's see what it hears like.
So this is the Luminary, which I don't feel super inclined to
explain
because we're not doing a demo of it, but let's just say
we really just wanted to just get some octave going on the fuzz.
Yeah, the knobs are set to a certain degree and the fuzz face is dimed.
Yep.
Sounds so good.
Oh.
I'm pulling just a smidge of this top octave. Let me make one commentary.
Mm-hmm.
That pedal tracks the bends pretty well.
It does, yeah.
This is not a Luminary review, but the Luminary does track the bends very well.
Yep. And it's not so sometimes you get on the like pitch bending pedals, you can hear the step glitching.
Oh yeah.
This is not that.
Absolutely not.
It is full.
Whew.
I don't know if any of that's going to come through, but wow.
But those tins in there are just screaming.
Telecaster.
Let's try the bridge out.
Chords might be a risk.
Oh. Is that coming through?
It sounds like it, yeah.
I don't really remember the whole riff, but it was something like that.
I got one for you. That doesn't work.
No, but...
This is one of those moments where we know we've lost the plot, but it's just so fun, and I don't really care anymore what you are hearing. It's just so fun to play. It's like I was playing this. It's like I'm playing this
I can't get
gigantic like pipe organ.
Ooh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm playing a 5th grade like recorder.
Well, if there's one thing, I feel like my takeaway from this entire episode is that the fuzz face is still everything it's ever been. It is so relevant still.
It's everything it's ever needed to be.
Yeah. There's a reason that this pedal is the foundation of almost every fuzz pedal that's on the market. I mean, it's like this, the Big Muff, and
a tone bender.
A tone bender
box
fuzz.
bender,
Yeah, those are the three. Like everything is some combination of those 3 pedals.
Hold on, is the tone bender? It's either a Vox or a Moss, right? And I don't want people to get mad at me.
No, I don't remember. If I'm being totally honest.
Some old company that is not now known for still doing it.
Yeah, I remember they were huge pedals. I've always thought of myself as a Big Muff guy, but dude, if I'm being totally honest, that's a tough call now. Because
this thing, for me, takes the cake.
It sounds unbelievable. Just fuzz, dimed, volume, dimed, on. There's no power supply. There's no LED. It's just, it is what it is. And it is pure tone.
Yeah. And if you can run a good octave pedal with it, man, it get thick and
opened
hardy.
it up. That was next level.
You know, the only thing we need to do now is get a little bass on the track.
Ooh. I'm down for some bass.
We're going to call in.
We're going to call in a special guest?
We're going to call in a special guest. First time here. My roommate, John.
Hey, what's up? I'm John.
Hey, what's up? My name's John.
I look like Bob Barker as well.
Yeah. And you smell like Bob Barker. Got him.
I look like him. Special guest in the studio, Studio A.
Jonathan McCall.
Oh, there it is.
What's your middle name?
Mackenzie.
No, it's not.
It is. I have identification to prove it.
John Mackenzie McCall.
Well,
probably the most well-known bass player in these here parts, I would say.
Man, he
is
definitely
parts of the country.
He's definitely the best bass player I've ever lived with.
That's hilarious. So what are you playing on today?
Today I am playing on a Mexican precision bass made by Fender.
Nice. It is a kind of metallic, I don't know what color that is.
Yeah,
it's the color of wine that the Silver Surfer would drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was that wine gloss color.
Oh.
And then the guy that I traded with, the guy that owned it before him, decided to do a home light relic, quote unquote, and they just ground off a lot of the gloss.
Gotcha. And it's got a black pick guard.
It does.
Slick.
That belonged to you at one point.
It sure did.
Keeping it in the family.
Keep it in the family.
So I want to hear that P bass through this fuzz face. So,
ooh, here, let's get a clean tone.
Yeah.
Well, that was the clean tone.
Oh!
So this is our quote clean unquote tone. So.
Is that really? Yep.
I guess so. Whoa. That's
Dang.
wild.
It's putting out some juice.
Didn't see that coming.
And that's clean still.
Mm-hmm. Buzz.
So that's
pretty juicy.
That's fuzz dimed, right?
Yeah.
What if we
Maybe we should try to pull it back a little bit.
What if we back the fuzz off
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
put the volume at like 3 o'clock or so?
Okay.
And see what this does for us. So this is volume at 3, fuzz at 9. That seems like that sounds pretty good, actually.
That does sound great.
What amp are we? Is this?
That's the Vibrolux.
All right.
Yeah.
First time to put my bass through a Vibrolux.
First time that Vibrolux has had a bass in it as well. Well, you know what we should do? So what do we got here? Volume. Let's hear the fuzz at noon. Let's bring the fuzz up just a smidge. We'll leave the volume where it is so we don't push the front end too much.
Could you use that same tone with a pick?
I can.
Get a little grindy on her?
Yeah.
Let's go clean first.
Clean would be a...
There's the flavor.
That sounded awesome.
I feel like we've been more satisfied with the bass tone on almost every pedal we've demoed.
Every pedal. Let's be honest. Every pedal sounds better on bass.
I'm into that amp too.
It sounds. The overdrive with the bass.
I did not.
That's a hot bass.
Yeah. I've been playing air drums that whole
Dude,
riff.
I'll be honest, like all you need is a drummer for that. That's like every frequency.
That's legitimately
a person can hear.
That's like that one. There's a band that does that.
I've been listening. So it's funny that you say that.
Oh,
I've been listening to like 5 bands this week.
We were just talking about that. The guy who plays bass, Royal Blood.
Yep. Also, Tweakbird is like a
Tweakbird.
Yeah, it's a bass drum.
What was the other one? I can't remember what the other one.
I was talking about Paul Bear, but I think they have
Paul Bear.
I think
they added it.
They might have guitars. I don't really know.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, I just realized something. That was tone off.
Oh, that's tone
Are
off?
you kidding me?
That was tone all the way off.
Let's hear tone on. Clean tone.
Clean tone.
I'm so happy that there's
That sound is not earthly.
human. Yeah, I'm happy that there's not video evidence of how hard Kogan and I were just like rocking out, just like head banging, air drumming.
Oh man,
This is
that's so.
you guys are doing good stuff.
I think on our website for $1,000 we're going to offer a Luminary and Fuzz Face combo
in one box.
in one box. Somehow we're going to figure it out. It'll probably actually just be 2 pedals like in a cardboard box.
That's okay with me. Hey, internet, This episode was for us.
It really was. So if you're still listening, thank you, Jared. Always number
For
one
just
fan.
for something. I
Appreciate
forget
it.
what for, but for something.
And John, thanks for playing a little bass for us, man.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
That P bass sounds great.
Jeez Louise. Yes.
So
Appreciate
I'm
it.
Kogan.
I'm Chance.
Oh, and I'm John.
This is Rotator.
The Paddle
Party.
Party. Hit us with one more riff out.